I'm just trying to make this stupid flyout thing a component, because when we actually prototype it, it's not going to be on top of the page.
I feel like too, like, okay, it's Alan Dracula's drape website. Alan Dracula's drapery. We could get drapery in the title here. An
Drapery.
e-commerce website for drapes. We wanted to fly out. Can we do that in Figma?
We can.
Can we get sort of a vampire-esque flyout here?
We can do some great stuff in Figma. I'm going to play with that in a second. And the way it works is, well, I link these two things together in prototype world. So I'm basically telling the prototype to open this flyout over here. And then let's see what happens when I click play for our wonderful audience. Oh, nothing's going to happen because it needs to starting page. Prototype settings. PLP. All right. Product listing page, also known as a PLP. Let's see what's going to happen. And oh, there was a little bit of a lag.
Can I see it again?
Okay. So here's our
fizzled.
Here's our first. No, this is how it works, folks. We're gonna have to get better at sharing this with each other, but I've got it on stream on the prototype mode, and you can see it doesn't fly. It just appears instantly.
Let me check the stream.
So it's not flying. It's just appearing, like a vampire in the night material. That's just a little too fast. So what I'm gonna do is, hey,
well,
I'm gonna go back in.
Can you ease it?
I'm gonna ease it. You're right.
Are you gonna add easing?
I'm gonna add some easing. I'm gonna let's see. So we want to set up. We want to have this. So this basically what's happening is this page is opening the flyout that's over here, and then we're gonna add like there's some settings which you can't quite see here. We're gonna we're gonna add, so we can automatically add a background behind the overlay, which is exactly what we want. And I'm gonna change that animation to move in, and I'm gonna have it move in from the right side. We're gonna have it ease. Well, it's set. The default is 300 milliseconds, so let's just go and see what happens with that. Then I've got this set up on click, and then I also want this setting option in Figma, which is called close when clicking outside. So that means if I click on like the website background, like outside of the cart, it will reverse the animation of this opening. So that's what we want, right? If you click outside, like the flyout, or like if it was a modal and you click outside of it, another way to close it. I personally think that's a good idea.
I as a general rule, I think when you're dealing with modals or things on websites that lay on top of other things, you always have that X button there, right? Like that's your comfort as a user. But clicking anywhere outside of that modal should cause it to go away.
I agree.
That's what people expect. If you really want to go even farther with it, you should bind it to the escape key.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay, that doesn't work in Figma, but that's a good one too. I like it. I like it, Nick. All right. Well, if you see the stream, we kind of got something working here. I can see you got some awesome drapes going in too. But we've got our nice kind of animated flyout. We can make it like more intense if we want to.
Oh, I just saw it animate on the preview. No, that's very cool.
So I'm gonna now we're getting somewhere. See, it started crappy and it's getting a little better. Now I'm gonna make the X actually close the thing when we click it.
Can I make an X out of bones? Hold on.
I thoroughly encourage you to do so.
I thoroughly encourage you. I actually have to get in here and edit the vectors. Make it a little longer. All right, there. So on that animation thing, a lot of times I think when you're working on a file, you're working on something that involves animation, a lot of people will get themselves in a position where you plan for a flyout tray or something like that, but you haven't thought about the animations. It's really important to think about, what is the easing like what kind of instruction can you give to development on that? Because they don't know, they're going to make a flyout tray and it's going to do something. Man, this card is just getting cooler by the minute. Can I add that to your component now without messing everything up? We're gonna try. Yeah, so you don't think about that stuff, and you will get through a point in sort of development where all of a sudden they're going, okay, well, how fast does it animate out? Like, does it ease? Does it flex? Like, what's the behavior here? And you got to sort of take a deep dive and figure that out.
Easing. Oh, this is, yeah, this is looking good.